Welcome into the Commanders Report. I'm your host, Jack Sperry. Today we have the latest Commanders injury updates before the Commanders take on the Chicago Bears on Monday Night Football tomorrow night. And then also we have the latest NFC East recap for what has gone on in the NFL and in this division here in Week 6. We got a Cowboys update for you guys. Of course, we're going to be breaking down what happened in the Eagles and Giants game. And we'll also talk about the implications of the NFC East standings right now heading into this Monday Night Football matchup. But tomorrow night, we will be live here on this channel. Me and Ponzi will be live at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. 45 minutes of pregame coverage, followed by live play-by-play and game reaction. And then we got our extensive postgame coverage as well. So for our raffles, for all the different stuff, for our live reactions and analysis, make sure you guys click that subscribe button and join us tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time for Monday Night Football. And make sure you click that subscribe button to never miss a moment this season. We are going live for most of the Washington Commanders 2025 NFL schedule this year. And of course, we'll be live for every single playoff game if they make the playoffs this year, that is. So make sure you guys click that subscribe button. We also put out weekly previews. We have our Chicago Bears game preview already up on the channel. You guys can check that out if you want. And then we'll have post-game coverage after the game as well. So make sure you click that subscribe button for the most informative Commanders content that you're going to find anywhere here on YouTube. All right, so we did get some updates yesterday, actually, in the final injury report for the Washington Commanders. Terry McLaurin still dealing with that quad and kind of mysterious hip injury, is not going to be able to play on Monday. We were hoping he was going to be able to get ramped up in time. And then Noah Brown, this one's really disappointing because Noah was able to get back to practice. He's been at practice, at least in a limited capacity, for 2 weeks now. Still not able to get that groin to a place where it's good enough to go in an NFL game. So these two will be out for Monday night. And, of course, that's 2 of your 3 starting receivers. And then in some really bad news here, Deebo Samuel, who's been dealing with a heel injury, did not practice on Saturday, and he has continuously participated less and less. I believe he started the week as a full participant, then he became a limited participant, and then the next day he didn't practice at all with that heel injury, and now he's questionable to play on Monday night. And same thing goes for Chris Rodriguez Jr., who's dealing with a calf injury. But guys, if Deebo Samuel's out, the entire starting rotation at wide receiver for the Washington Commanders is going to be out versus the Chicago Bears tomorrow night. And then in terms of what they've got in the coffers here, you're going to be asking who? Luke McCaffrey to be your number 1 receiver tomorrow? Jaylin Lane is your number 2 guy? And then out of the rest of the reserves, who kind of gets the bump up? Is it Chris Moore? Is it Tay Martin? Does Ja'Cory Brooks finally make the active roster? Does Robbie Chosen, who was signed here a couple weeks ago, make the active roster? It's going to be an adventure tomorrow, plain and simply, guys, if the Commanders don't have Deebo Samuel tomorrow night. Now, he was able to play last week with this heel injury versus the Chargers. It seems like it's gotten even a little bit worse this week at practice. So hopefully Deebo's able to go. But if not, man, I think it's going to be quite an adventure to see who the number 1 receiver is for Washington tomorrow. And it's certainly going to allow Chicago to kind of pin their ears back and try and stop the Commanders' run game if they're not really scared of any of these receivers that you see on screen. So let me know what you guys think down there in the comments section. What is your confidence level in the wide receiver room if Deebo Samuel cannot go? Put it on a scale of 1, meaning no confidence whatsoever. This group sucks, to 10, meaning I have all the confidence in the world of these guys. Jayden Daniels is going to get them the football. This will be the pinned comment on today's show. YouTube's going to throw you an ad break here in just a couple of seconds. When that happens, take advantage of that time. Let me know your confidence level in this wide receiver room if Deebo can't give it a go. And if Chris Rodriguez Jr. can't give it a go tomorrow, guys, that means just more Bill Croskey-Merritt. It means more Jeremy McNichols, and I think that is a more than serviceable number 1 and number 2 running back duo. Now, if one of those guys gets injured, then you start talking about Chase Edmonds and some of these other guys that might be bumped up for tomorrow's game that would have to pick up the slack. But, Bill Croskey-Merritt is the most efficient runner in the National Football League right now. He's going up against the worst run defense in the National Football League right now in the Chicago Bears. So I think Bill is going to have a big coming out party in front of a national audience tomorrow night. And then also Sam Cosmi is listed as doubtful for tomorrow. He's still dealing with ramping up, coming back from that knee injury. He's been practicing in full over the last couple of weeks. But he did not play last week. It looks like he will not play this week either. Hopefully, he's going to be able to give it a go next week on the short week, technical short week here. Because his 21-day practice window is going to be closing up soon, and you have to activate him before that if you don't want to lose him for the rest of the season. But listen, man, if Cosmi can't go tomorrow, it looks like he will not be giving it a go. I trust Andrew Wiley at right guard to be able to play very well. He's played very well there the last 2 weeks. I think that, maybe his time as an offensive tackle, because his athleticism has gone down as he's aged, may have passed him by, but he's still somebody that has a lot of experience at guard, still has a lot of technical experience playing on the offensive line and at guard specifically. And I thought he's done a really good job these last couple of weeks as the starting right guard of the Washington Commanders. So as long as they want to play Andrew Wiley, I'm cool with, just as long as Sam Cosmi eventually gets back. Now, coming up here on the Commanders Report, we'll wrap up today's show with a Week 6 NFC East recap. A lot of good news in this department here for the Washington Commanders. But before we get into that, let's have a word from our sponsor today, where you guys can go to chatsports.com/Daniels and pick up a Jayden Daniels Commanders jersey, officially licensed by the National Football League. On our website today. You can get a great price on it. You guys can get the Super Bowl era jerseys, or if you want to be wearing the same jersey that Jayden's going to be wearing tomorrow, the all black, so you guys can wear that. Also, they have the standard burgundy and white jerseys as well. So you guys can pick your jersey color, all that great stuff. It's at a great price. It also helps out the channel, because every time you click our link, chatsports.com/Daniels, that link is down there in the comments and description of today's show. Find that link, click it, and it's going to take you to the website here. And then if you guys can make a purchase, that part of the proceeds go back to us here at Chat Sports. So we really appreciate all of your guys' support. So if you want a Jayden Daniels jersey, don't already have one, but you want one, and you want to help out the channel while doing so, go chatsports.com/Daniels. So to kind of recap what has happened around the National Football League here, the Giants ended up beating and really shellacking the Philadelphia Eagles at home on Thursday Night Football. Now, Thursday night games can be a little bit weird because, I think scheming and schematics and stuff like that matter less in a Thursday night game. It's more of the base vanilla type of stuff that you'll see. Not to say it's preseason football, it's not, but like you don't have a fully fledged game plan that you're spending a full week of practice getting ready for. It's more about your base stuff that you run. And, the Eagles plain simply look soft on both sides of the ball. They got their ass handed to them on the offensive and defensive lines this week versus the Giants. And frankly, guys, like the Giants, they got a really good pass rush, give them credit there, but their offensive line is not good. And they were moving the football very effectively through the ground. And that tells me this Eagles team is kind of down bad at this point. That's their second loss in a row. And to take this bad of a loss to a team that's that bad, I mean, the Giants the week before had 5 turnovers in the second half in a row versus a terrible defense in the New Orleans Saints, and you allowed that team to score 34 points on you. I think Jackson Dart's looking pretty good. Cam Scatabo is looking really good as well as a rookie. But to lose that bad by 3 scores to the New York Football Giants, I don't care if you're on the road. I don't care if it's a short week. Philadelphia Eagles are down bad right now. Jalen Hurts and that offense don't look good. A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith look like they might be demanding trades out of Philly if things don't turn around in a hurry. And that defense, frankly, guys, like that defensive line is not the same. All right, Milton Williams, they miss him a lot. Jalen Carter has straight up missed 2 football games this year. And their edge rushers are not as good as they were last year. Either in the secondary, they really miss Darius Slay. They really miss Isaiah Rodgers, and Adoree Jackson and Kelly Ringo are terrible. So, man, that Philadelphia team, I think, is in kind of a lot of trouble right now, and that's good news if you are a Washington Commanders fan. But then you look at the Cowboys today, and, of course, the Cowboys lost today as well. So now they're under 500. They're currently 2-3-1 right now, and you lose to the Carolina Panthers. I don't care if you're on the road, man. The Panthers are not a team that should be scoring 30 points on you. But they've now multiple games in a row at home. They've put up at least 30 points. The Cowboys' defense is terrible. Dak Prescott and that offense can certainly move the football, but that defense is really down bad right now. And you take a look at the NFC East standings because of all these things. Right now, the Eagles currently sit at 4-2 and at the top of the division, but the Commanders tomorrow, with a win versus the Bears, can tie them at the top of the division. And then next week, the Commanders could potentially take the lead if the Eagles continue to struggle and the Commanders keep filling up the win column. So right now, I really like where the Washington Commanders are sitting. I don't think Dallas is going to be a long-term player. I think they'll be around middle of the pack because they can score, but they can't defend. The Giants, I'm not really worried about them at this juncture. They've got some good things, some positive things going on with their organization right now. But the Philadelphia Eagles, man, like I said, I think this team is down bad right now, and I'm really interested to see if they can turn things around. If not, that's very good news for the Washington Commanders, who are only getting better at this point in time. So predict it for me down there in the comment section. Will the Commanders win the NFC East this season? Simply give me a yes or a no down there in the comment section to let me know your thoughts on the NFC East and the Commanders' chances of coming away with the division title. That'll be it for today's show, guys. We'll have more coverage for you guys tomorrow, as well as our live watch party. It all starts at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Commanders versus Bears, Monday Night Football. I know you guys are just as juiced about this one as I am. I can't wait to break this down with you guys tomorrow night. So make sure you click that subscribe button if you haven't already. Till next time, guys. Hail to the Commanders.